Welcome back to the channel. We are doing another recording session for the Uncommon Commoners with MalThrassy as storyteller in his somewhat homebrewed World of Golarion in Pathfinder.
What's up?
Then with me, Malithus, playing Elspeth Hangtree. I still don't know where she's going mentally.
I don't know where anyone's going mentally besides her.
Shut up.
Pointing towards
Tigelfling.
Tigelfling.
Ticklepling.
Tigger.
And we got Sarah Straza back with us, playing Anais. So it has been a few weeks since we have recorded last. There were technological issues in addition to catastrophic issues around where we live.
It's only wildfire. It's not a big deal. It's only destroyed an entire town. It's fine.
Like 4?
Yeah, like 4 towns. 4 towns.
I need to know
At
that.
last count, like
Fine.
4 towns. Oh, yeah.
Oh my.
But,
The worst part of that I had to deal with was lack of internet for Petticoats. I was real upset about that, but I felt real bad.
as it stands, like I said, it's been a few weeks, so we're going to have to do a little bit of recap. Most of it happened to Eothane. A lot of the bad stuff this time.
99% of the bad stuff,
Which is, yay, not me.
for once.
Normally it's me that gets all the bad stuff.
I find strange things comforting.
No, let's go into detail.
Just joking.
Tigelfling wanted us to do our recap first.
Last I checked, we found a giant cargo ship that was in extreme need of repair.
Oh, right, because we had taken the priest and the cleric to the manor, we had explored,
Yeah,
and we found a
explored the
lovely ship.
We determined that it probably leads to the ocean and that we could probably start a trade route or something. So we would need to restore most of the property.
It was an enormous ship in dry dock inside of a building.
And then I remember shearing a ton of rabbits. Shearing? That's not what I meant.
Brushing.
Close enough. Well, getting a ton of cashmere, essentially, and getting it all ready inside of a little tiny cart that we found. And that was all I remember.
Well, we also explored the old church on the manor.
Oh yeah, we also rediscovered the statue of the lordling and his pet.
And I got near pristine robes
And
with
discovered
the symbol of Sarenrae on them.
Yep, the church of Sarenrae that was already there on the property and still standing somehow.
One of the most whole buildings so far we found.
For some reason, of all the things that I could have found, I got a really nice petticoat. I don't know why.
You got a petticoat?
I got it off the ship, remember? It was like one of the only things that was still
Peacoat.
intact. Peacoat, whatever.
Not petty.
Petticoat.
I was a little bit confused there, because petticoat and peacoat completely different
It's
clothes.
fine. Just depends on how you wear it.
I guess, sure. But also, before we even went to the manor, there was a matter of the elven wizard screwing things up a bit at our new home.
The time would stop.
And Eothane and him were apparently in the house for like, what, 3 years? 6 years. While you and I were frozen in time outside.
I was there for a year.
This is back in the village.
Yeah, back in the village. So there was that.
I learned
Complication.
damn near everything there is to know about the night creatures. In general.
Eothane was the oldest, and now she really is the oldest.
Now she is by far the oldest.
And I'm getting the evil eye.
Yeah. She's also...
No, I was just looking in your direction. Won't be very needed. Gosh, I sound like I'm drunk and I'm only
Also,
drinking
in
sugar.
6 years, she's held on to a grudge real well.
Yeah, you think?
Which grudge? Which one?
The one against the priest and paladin.
Been by herself most of the time.
Yeah.
Right along with it.
And so,
And you left. It was pretty much 5 years of...
just being with the elven wizard.
She had a lot of time to herself, and you know.
And so what happened to Eothane after she got out of the time spell?
Well, after the time spell, she had pretty much memorized all of the books in that house. In the time loop spell that they were in. So she decided she was going to sell the books and use the money from selling those books to purchase books or other things for the village. Because she had basically accepted the fact that she was never going to end up getting back home to Moormouth.
We've kind of all accepted that a little bit, I think.
And then, what's his face? I'm sure I have it in my notes.
Danek. Brian. Nope.
Danek got on the wagon with her, and in the time it had taken from her going into the shop, bargaining with the bookkeeper for all of the books.
Who was apparently a dark elf
horticulture.
vampire.
Yes.
Yep. Jeanette and Danek had left with all the books and ditched her entirely.
In a much larger city.
And then she was pickpocketed and everything in her pockets were gone, including her neck. And she traveled around to go speak with, oh my goodness.
You were heading to another dwarf, I think.
It was into the district to talk about bargaining for the only thing that she had on her, which was her mithril set. At least half of it. And going from there.
And that is, I believe, where we ended last time.
Yep.
So, storyteller, where are we starting from now?
It depends which group wants to start.
I'm like more interested in what happens to her.
Me too.
I mean, we're kind of like currently in a neutral state of we're definitely just going to be heading back to the village with a cart full of cashmere and a game plan.
And then we have to run past her and the rest of the village.
Yeah, we have to run our game plan past the rest of the village to like rebuild the estate.
Or at the very least the church and the boat area.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'll be able to get there.
Me either, but it'll be funny to watch.
I kind of want to hear what Danek is going to say about where I am.
Because I'm
I
sure
don't know,
Roland-
it'll take them a couple of days to get home.
So I was trying to keep cool and not say something other than Danek.
Very good. Yes.
Gotta keep character names and not get into frustrations. Well, fine, I guess I'll back into a dwarf.
Yes.
Bargaining. We ended on Eothane
Interesting.
going in and bargaining about the mithril.
Maybe he'll be nice and just do...
Don't you dare jinx it. Stop what you're saying now.
He is fully inspecting these pieces.
Yep.
And he's flipping them around and he asks you, do you know what this symbol means?
What symbol is it? Is it the Warnenberg estate symbol?
Yes.
Oh goodness words. It's the symbol to... How would you exactly go about saying it's the symbol to the estate that I own?
House crest.
It's a house crest. It's my house crest.
Oh!
It's a house crest. No, don't you dare do that. You'll make me paranoid.
She's a Warnenberg now.
I mean, you should all,
Actually, technically, we kind of all are.
Yeah. It's my house crest.
He's like, oh, interesting. And he goes and puts it down and goes into the back. And you can hear him rifling through a book. Then he comes back out. And he's frantic. He's just like, oh, you have to leave. In fact, here, take this person and go. I don't want your business here. Take everything, leave.
We
Take
could use
this person and go?
Purse. Take my money, get out, go away, shoot.
Yeah.
Okay, well, she's holding it. She's like holding the purse.
Just do it!
Shoves it. She takes it, shoves it underneath, and kind of like wanders around, holding the bag with the only book that she had with her. The only thing that is with her on her person now.
He is
Well, no, he
ushering
he's
you
not
out
taking
the
them.
door.
He's not taking the cookware either.
So she has a whole bag of cookware with her?
Yes.
Plus the book,
And
plus
money.
the money he just gave you.
No, I don't know if it's money until I look inside of it yet.
Yeah.
He did
'Cause we
something
gotta-
and told you to leave.
Yeah.
Okay. So she
And
goes
is
out of the shop
ushering
and
you out of the door, yeah.
I guess she's clutching the bag and the purse and the book on her.
And as you get into the street, you hear him lock his door and then flip his little sign to closed.
Wow.
Wow, I guess she's just gonna like look down. The mithril's all in the bag. She's got the book. What's in the purse?
Then you open it up. It has 20 silver pieces and 10 gold.
What are you doing with all this money?
Leaving. She's leaving. Where would be a good place to find out if there was work available?
Pretty much where you are.
Depending on what you want to do.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
If you're looking for a place to cook, you probably want to go to an inn or a bar or something.
Or
I
inns
guess-
all over the place.
that's what she's gonna do. Find an inn or something. See if there's work available.
Alright. It doesn't take you long. Walk maybe a block down the street and there's an inn right there. Nice 2-story building. Not too big, not too small.
Okay, I guess she'll go. I guess we'll do, I would assume, very modern speaking, the front desk and shut up. The front desk and ask if the business was hiring cooks or anything of the like.
Okay.
In need of cooks or
Do
anything of the like.
roll that diplomacy.
21.
Okay.
21.
The man you're talking to is like, yeah, sure. We could use a cook for the moment. Ours has been, dabbling in other sorts of things.
And then I guess the next thing she would ask is if she could purchase a room.
He's looking at his logbook. It's like, I have a room, but if you want to have the room in trade, we can work that out.
She just, that's fine.
All right. Grabs a key off the wall and brings you up the stairs to like the third room at the end. He's like, here's your room.
And she nods. Thank you. And
Kitchen is behind the desk.
all right, I'll leave down there in a jiff. Now she has to figure out how to hide her stuff in that room.
Which generally those rooms are very Spartan.
Yeah, there's basically a dresser, a bed, a little table and chair, and a chest.
So what she's gonna do is she's gonna set the book on the desk. Cause she doesn't care if the book disappears anymore. That book has cursed her. She's just like, I hate books. I hate horticulture books. I never want to see a horticulture book ever again. Don't care. Bam.
That will grow you a garden worthy of Mordor, and then die.
And then she's gonna take. So it's a bed, a desk, and what else in the room?
A dresser.
A dresser. And
Probably
she's-
some floral lamp.
Yeah, actually it's candles.
That makes more sense. Cheapest route to go.
Made from the finest fat of the animal.
Yep, tallow.
Is there a chair by the desk?
Yeah, of
How
course.
open is the desk?
Like, take this table, cut it in half. It's just a flat piece of wood, basically.
She's gonna take her bag and stick it underneath the desk, and she's shoving the coin purse in her
In her bodice.
top,
In her
in
bodice.
her top, in her bodice, and is that's off to cooking, I guess. And she's got. I'm kind of glad she's only got half the cooking set of the mithril with her
Because she left the other half at home.
at home in her room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or as the town sees it, our room.
Apparently.
So sorry ahead of time for anything that Aothane might do simply because of what Nick has done. She's 2 steps from just murder spree.
Well, go talk to the cleric in the village then. I'm sure he'll be all over that.
Helping you with a murder spree?
Yeah.
Probably.
Blind one, teach me your way.
He'll be all over it like a fly.
Just forgive me, Father, for I have done too many good graces. I must sin.
Sorry, Daddy, I've been naughty.
Mother.
Last time, it's forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Gonna go down to the kitchen, see what's going on around her.
See what's cooking.
And then she's going to introduce herself.
Not even a Twitter there?
Who's in the kitchens right now? Should I
You
roll
are.
perception? Just her?
Yes.
It was that bad.
I know.
That's bad. There's only one person? Okay, I guess she's gonna get to prepping and cooking.
There is a fire pit with a huge cauldron. Not huge, I mean, it's big. But there's not a fire lit.
Wow, so she's gonna do it all herself.
And the kitchenware does not appear to be very good.
Oh!
Like someone who didn't know how to cook was cooking.
Oh! This is me literally every time I walk into any other kitchen.
So all of it's basically destroyed and disgusting?
Like
Is there any way to salvage them?
Roll your profession.
28.
You know that it will take probably a couple days to clean the cookware properly, but it can be done.
And you got dinner service coming up.
I'm gonna start one pot at a time. I'll
Yeah,
be here
screw
for
that.
6 months.
She just went upstairs and grabbed that bag with the other half of the cookware. I'm using this.
All right.
You're one-upping most chefs. I show up with my own cookware and my own knives.
That's a thing for you.
You have inspected
pies.
your cookware.
In the kitchen or in my bag?
No, in the kitchen. And
Yep.
you've gone and got your own.
Yep.
I'm assuming you're starting a fire.
Yep.
All right, you go out the rear, and there is a little wood pile. So
Okay.
there's plenty of wood.
Alright, gathers the wood. She's gonna go start up that fire. What do I roll for it?
You don't have to roll it. You're a cook. You know how to start a fire.
Yeah, but you give me bad. My juju senses are saying something bad's about to happen. Tell me what is it already?
It probably is, but there's more than one person that would call him out if he's like, you lit the whole building on fire. I'm like, really?
I already hit.
If you want to roll and you roll a 1.
Yeah.
But no.
I already rolled a 1, and I lost everything in my
So
quinters.
essentially, as long as you have at least one rank in your profession, you are skilled in that profession and can do everything involved in it flawlessly. Not flawlessly, without error and issue. It's when you want to try to do something above your skill level that it becomes roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so you easily get the fire going, and now what do you do?
I guess now I'm looking around what I would assume would be part of the pantry.
You do find a pantry.
Oh, what's in the pantry?
I can't wait.
There are rotting vegetables, moldy bread, and something in a pitcher.
Basically nothing.
Yes.
I feel like you're about to be supplying this place with the ingredients to cook dinner.
I guess I gotta go talk to front desk real quick. She's gonna go find the person in charge.
All right. There's only one worker that you've seen, so he's sitting right there.
You are employee number 2.
There's only 2 people in total. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's Frida and myself all over again. I'm having nightmares.
This remind me a little bit too much like work right now.
She just kind of stands there and goes, where's the market? Points away towards the market.
And you just see his head kind of go down towards his chest.
What was that for? Sleep hugs the shoulder.
Huh?
Excuse me.
Huh? What? Oh, what? Something wrong?
People even check out here? Where's the market? There's no food in the pantry.
Oh, it's out the main door and go to the right. You can't miss it. It's on this street.
I'll be back with food.
Really?
Materials.
Was there something wrong with the food in the pantry?
It's all rotten.
He's like, what? He goes in there, he looks in the pantry, he's like, there's nothing wrong with this.
That's good food.
Oh.
It's like, alright, fine. If you want some new special fangled ingredient here, take, he goes back out and comes back with a little purse. He's like, here's 20 coppers to get something.
That's still quite a bit for food.
I mean, we are still commoners.
There's not. She's like, also, just because there's not enough, in case there is many people coming in. I'll be back. And she's going.
In case you ever need a food item that holds really well for a long period of time and can be served to many people. Stews and soups.
Oh yeah.
She's about to.
Especially with barley or rice.
Yep, and she goes to market.
It takes hardly any time to get to it.
What's available in the market?
You have a number of gourds, squashes,
Oh, just make a pumpkin soup.
like
I was thinking that exactly, guys.
tomatoes.
Why were you shaking your head?
You have what's left over of the winter vegetables and the start of the spring vegetables.
Oh boy, are there meats out at all?
Of course.
I'm not sure what the winter and spring vegetables are. And
What are they?
hearty stew.
Gourds and squash are winter.
Basically, pumpkin, butternut, acorn squash, things like that, and then some root vegetables,
Potatoes, onion.
carrot, parsnips not really, but carrots can be winter.
I guess she's going around and
Snow
getting
carrots, what are they called?
basically buying a little bit of everything.
Radishes.
Alright, so
Decent salad
you
or a decent stew.
spend all the money then?
Yeah, and probably including some of her own, some of the silver she has. For a little bit of
Okay.
extra, like meat
Alright.
and
So
stuff.
you say you want to watch the world burn, yet you feed the world.
Yeah, you run a soup kitchen.
Okay, when it comes to working in it, it's a habit for her. She has spent more of her own money paying for the inn than she has on herself. Big sister! It's mommy duty.
Alright, so you get a nice roast and all the vegetables you can carry.
Yep, and she goes all the way back to the inn with all of it.
One of the grocers like, do you need help with that? I can send one of my stock boys.
If you're willing, please.
He just snaps his finger and then points to you, and there's a 10-year-old there with a box in his hands, ready to carry.
She dumps some of the veggies in there. Let's go.
Alright, he follows you.
All the way.
My mind immediately went to, can you peel vegetables?
Feel that. And into the inn she goes with everything. Into the kitchen. Just set the box right there. And then she
Child labor.
Very common, very common.
tosses the kid. I don't know. What would be the common tip? Like 2 copper or
Tip?
something like that?
Like a copper. Yeah.
One copper would be like top for that, because they don't see much money.
Just tosses them 2 copper.
We are incredibly rich, having
Give
seen
him
so
2
much gold.
coppers.
Oh my god.
Yes.
He squeals and just kind of skips away.
He might
just
have
made
just
this-
shat himself. He's so happy.
You just made a name for yourself.
He's like, I get to eat tonight.
All the kids are going to be finding you now.
For work. You bet, because she's got a lot of money on her and nothing to do. And so she's going to start cooking up a storm in the kitchen.
So, what are you going to try to make?
A big big booty stew.
Okay.
Hearty stew, and is going to whip up like a pie on the side.
You don't have an oven.
I have been known to use like after a pot roast or chop roast.
So you have decided to make a stew.
Mhm.
You go to look for water and do not find any.
Huh?
You
don't
have
have
got
water?
to be kidding me here. Where's that little boy?
He's
No,
already-
no, no.
I'll pay him way more to go get me water right about now. Or a
Are you
different kid.
talking to the owner?
No, she's gonna go find him and ask for directions to find water.
Oh, he's already. You can. With how fast he left you, he's.
Oh, she's talking
already-
about the one employee, I think.
Yeah, that's the owner.
Yeah. What?
Where can I find water?
He's like, water? Oh, probably the well. It's down the street to the left.
She's gonna go look for a bucket and go get water.
So yeah, you know, yeah, oh yeah. One with the mop in it should work.
Ew.
Is it clean? How's it
This
looking?
is triggering
How's
a
the
lot
mop
of stuff in
looking?
me right
It
now.
is very disgusting looking. Like there is mud in the bottom.
I don't think you're going to be getting many customers
Buy a
today.
bucket.
She's about to go buy a bucket. Yep, she's going back to the market to go get a bucket.
Go buy a slave and then get 2 buckets and a freaking thing.
Where can I buy a slave?
The slave market.
Is there a slave market?
I guarantee there's a slave market. 1, this is an evil place, and 2, slaves in Pathfinder are not that uncommon.
She'll have to get one in the morning.
I mean,
right now she just needs a bucket. She's gonna go find a bucket.
Her foam and her 3 slaves.
I mean, you there are no buckets
so
here.
Much.
Yes, I did.
Do you ask one of the shopkeepers?
There's an NPC and there's an NPC.
Market stallkeepers, I should say.
Yes.
They're like, oh, you want to go to the Cooper? He's just in a building down near the docks.
She heads that way.
Okay. It takes you probably 20 minutes. He's coming out of his door. Looks like he's got his key in his hand.
Wait, could I get a bucket, please?
She's just like, huh? What? He looks over at you.
I've been wandering around for so long trying to find bucket.
Oh, well, you came to the right place. I was just about to close. Good thing you showed up. And he goes in.
Welcome to Dave's Bucket Emporium. Your shake buckets, small buckets. Remember, bucket.
So, how many buckets do you need?
2.
2? How big?
Don't do this, George. Come on.
1 gallon, 5 gallon?
A 1 5-gallon, one small bucket.
Sure. And he just picks them both up and he stacks them in each other. He's like, now let's find out what that costs.
Supposedly buckets are 5 silver.
What the? Okay,
Like,
that explains why they fixed them.
Yeah. That'll be 10 silver.
She
Which
hands
is
him
1
10
gold.
silver.
Yep.
Oh, 1 gold? No, it wouldn't be a good idea to hand him a gold. I'd be suspicious, wouldn't I?
He's the Cooper of the city. He's used to
what he does.
Oh, never mind. So she
He's
hands him a
used to
gold.
money. He's like, oh, great. This is even better. Just shoves it in his pocket. He's like, thank you for shopping.
Shakes the buckets. She's gonna go get water now.
Thank you for shopping at Dave's Bucket Emporium.
So, on your way back to the inn, you do pass the water source, also known as a well.
So she's gonna go get water from the well now.
Yeah, you drop.
She carries it all the way back to the inn. Gallon bucket, one gallon bucket, I guess.
All right.
She pours it into the cauldron. I guess now she's gonna get to cooking.
It uses up most, like half of the 5-gallon bucket.
So she's gonna get to cooking now.
Oh yeah.
Cooking pot.
Roll your profession. See how good you make it. Oh wow.
34.
She is about to be legendary.
So you are starting in, and the owner comes and he's like, "Oh, wow, you got a lot more stuff. Go ahead and use all that stuff in the pantry too." And he walks out.
I might just put all that stuff in the pantry in a little bucket and set it on fire outside. But anyway, that would.
There wasn't even a lot to begin with in the pantry.
Nope.
She'll offer it as a side dish, but she's not going to offer it to the customers. That's disgusting.
Make him a meal out of it and make it delicious. And have him go, my stomach.
You can just call
No,
it
it clearly look. I swear, he's a zombie.
You're not wrong.
He's a zombie.
You're
with
not
no taste buds
wrong.
from the sound of it. It's got rotten food in the pantry. Oh, it's fine. Everybody can eat it.
Yeah, just...
What are you, a zombie? There's Aothane here, okay? Aothane lived in that manor for a little bit, and she was privileged.
So you have
I got
untied
wiggle
my
feet.
shoe.
you have effectively made the best stew soup thing that you could make with the ingredients that you had.
I bet it's divine, and that Anais and Elspeth misses Aothane's cooking right about now.
I miss blood.
Shut up.
So what do you, whilst it's kind of cooking, what are you doing with the stuff in the pantry?
What other utensils are around? Is there anywhere... Oh man, how rotten are these vegetables? Like moldy rotten? Or...
They are not pleasant.
Okay.
Ooh.
Is it like they're covered in mold to the point where if you clean them off, it might be some parts of them usable, Or if you touch a zucchini, does it go skish? And your finger pops out the other side.
It's more like squish.
Oh.
Okay, so she's gonna put it all in that muddy bucket and sort of like squish it and slosh it around.
You just made slurp.
Yep.
Slurp.
She made slop. She made slop, and then she's gonna set it down with the mop in the bucket and pretend that it was already there.
Okay.
That is not going to smell good.
No, it's not. But it's a good thing it's hanging out outside.
So, out the back is just enough of an area for the wood pile for cooking and heating the inn, and the rest is an alleyway.
Oh. Is there anybody hanging out in the alleyway?
Occasionally, someone pops out of another building.
That's about it.
Yep. No one's really hanging out. You see a cat.
Well, she can always buy another mop some other time, so she leaves the mop bucket and everything out there and walks back inside.